you wear the button. And number 3, you talk to people.
And the reason why you got to use the products is because the products are what get you. The products are what get you an emotional experience. The products is what actually gets you inside. But have you ever noticed people that are using our products, it's not just that they lose weight, because their systems get cleansed up, because everything happens to them. It's the glow in their eye, it's the way that they feel, it's the excitement in their body, it's the way that they act that get people to do it. Now the second thing you gotta do, and I know you've heard this, you gotta wear your button. But let me tell you what the button does for you, more than anything else. Yes, it's gonna get you customers. Yes, it's gonna help get more people involved as far as helping them out personally, as far as their nutritional needs. But I'll tell you the biggest thing this button does for you personally, as an independent distributor, when you put this button on, you say to everybody in the world, including your family, your friends, your relatives, and anybody else that might make fun of you, you say, I don't care what you think of me, I am proud to be an Herbalife distributor, and I don't care what anybody says about it.
The last thing that you've got to do is you've got to talk to people. And it's just as simple as that. If there was anything else I could give you advice on, and that would just be putting perspiration on your forehead. That would be it. The people that you saw up here today, it didn't happen by magic. It didn't happen by accident. It happened because of a couple of things. They used the products, they wore the button, and they talked to people, and they worked hard. You don't get something for not doing anything.
Everything about the products is simple. Everything is great, and everything is no problem. No problem. No problem. If you were never, ever able to make a dime in this company again, would you still be using our products, and would you still be trying to sell them to your friends, your neighbors, and everybody that you love? If you got that attitude, you'll make it.
Have a great attitude. Some distributors say, well, geez, you know, I'd have an incredible attitude. You give me one of those President's Team buttons, I'll have an incredible attitude. Get your attitude over here. Listen, if you gave me a $700,000 check like Alan Lorenz, I'd have a wonderful attitude. But unfortunately, that's not the way it works. Here's how it works. To be successful, you have an attitude first, then the money comes. You have faith first, and then the money comes. You have incredible loyalty to the company, then it works. That's how it works. Hey, listen, you're gonna have to have more faith in your customers sometimes than they even have in themselves. And they're gonna need that guidance, and they're gonna need that encouragement. Have faith in your distributors. You're gonna need more faith in your distributors than they've gotten themselves, okay? And when you have that kind of faith, there's no telling what could happen. Have the faith in your organization that it's going to work. Be consistent. And be consistent about even being consistent. I've never met anybody in my entire life, any distributor that you've ever met in your entire life, that didn't have one thing in common. And that was being consistent over and over and over and over again. Hey, listen, you're not that great at it now. Don't worry about it. Just do the best you possibly can. Tomorrow morning when you get up out of bed, do a little bit better than that. The next day after that, do a little bit better than that. The more people I talk to, the luckier I get. The more people I sign up, the luckier I get. And I'm here to tell you that the more you use the products, the luckier you're gonna be. And the more you wear your buttons or t-shirts or whatever it is, the luckier you're gonna be. The more you talk to people, the luckier you're gonna be. The more faith you got, the luckier you're gonna be. The better attitude you keep, the luckier you're gonna be. The more loyalty you consume up here, the better off you're gonna be. The more consistent you are, the luckier you're gonna be. Your success, where you go in life, is only limited to your own imagination and your own hard work.
Welcome everybody from all over the world. Happy Monday. Never miss a Monday. Well done to all of you guys for already committing to yourself. First thing at the beginning of the week. Oops, hang on, my computer's still talking. There we go. Mark Hughes video. Yeah, really congratulations. You know, you don't even realize, perhaps some of you may realize, how far you've already come to even just be here tuned into this video. You said yes to this opportunity. And then after saying yes to this opportunity, you said yes to, you know, doing what it takes, tuning in, learning the skills you need to grow. So you're at the right place at the right time. As you saw in our team chat all today, you saw in our team chat that today's call for some of you, depending on where you are in the world, today's call is about helping you to qualify for our team retreat to Greece, which is going to be happening next summer. So let me share with you guys, where's the slide? Hold up a second. Oh, okay. The slide is loading. It's opening up now on my computer. But yeah, guys, so many of you already know that this time next year, more or less, we plan to, as a team, go to Greece together, okay? And so it's going to be an amazing long weekend, okay? The greatest part is you can earn your way there, meaning that you can get your flights paid for, your accommodation paid for. You won't have to lift a finger, okay? Basically, the more you do, the more free stuff you get, all right? So we're going to be, I mean, and I know that many of you we're based all over the world, right? Let's see who's on the call tonight. We've got Centane in South Africa. Hi, Centane. Charlotte, UK. Dahlia, Lebanon. Deepak, India. Galaxy X6. Where are you from? Comment in the chat. Gerhard, UK, but, you know, international man of mystery. Habon, UK, from Somalia. A couple of people who I can't see the names of just tuned in as iPhone, but comment in the chat where you guys are tuned in from. USA, South Africa again, India. So we're super international, and I'm very aware that many of us have never actually met before, right? Not face to face, Zoom to Zoom, but not in the flesh. So basically, this event could potentially be the first time that we all actually get to meet each other. Can you imagine how special that's going to be, by the way? To actually meet these people that you've seen on Zoom months after months, and these names that you've seen popping up in the WhatsApp group chat. So let me share my screen now. It's available to share. Okay, here we go. So this is what I'm talking about, okay? Excuse me 1 second. Sorry, I couldn't use the other room because the Wi-Fi wasn't working. So I'm in here tonight. Okay, where was I? So yeah, so we've got this, the trip is coming up, and I'm going to share with you exactly how you can qualify for it, okay? Now, actually, before I do, I should probably say that, you know, maybe some of you who are brand new to this family and you don't know, you know, who anyone is, and you might be thinking, why should I care about qualifying for this Greek retreat? So let's rewind a little bit. And let me tell you about that, okay? So this Greek retreat, it's not just for the fun of it. Yes, it's going to be fun. Yes, it's going to be amazing. Yes, we're going to be walking through the ancient streets of Greece, taking photos. Everyone on your social media is going to be super jealous, and we're going to be, you know, masterminding and talking about how to take our businesses to the next level. Yes, all of that is great, and it's going to be so fun and unforgettable. But the best part about setting your sights on qualifying for this retreat is that as a byproduct, as a bonus, as a side result, your business will have grown to a whole new level. Like, it will be unimaginable, it will be unrecognizable compared to where your business might be right now. So it's less, you know, when they say, you know, it's less about the destination, it's more about the journey. Well, with this, it really, really is, because the retreat to Greece will really be the cherry on top. But what we're going to do tonight is we're going to work backwards. Okay. We're going to work backwards, looking at the qualifying and then going back 10 months all the way to where we sit right now, and look at how you can get more income every month this year, how you can grow your team bigger every month so that you get more passive income month by month, how you can be impacting more people, how you can build your client base, be making more profit, and your other income streams, okay? Then the bonus is the fact that you get to go to Greece to celebrate it all. So that is why we've created this qualification. The qualification is very clever, okay? Because when you qualify for this retreat, you'll also have more income coming in. You will have activated and unlocked all of the multiple income streams that you can unlock with Herbalife Nutrition. So there's a lot of thought that went into the qualification for this, this retreat. By the way, this is unique to our team only. So as you can see there, I've put all of the details up on the screen now. It's just loading here, okay? So check it out. How to qualify. We're in the qualification period now. So the qualification period started in, started in the 1st of June, and it's going to take us all the way up to the 31st of May, okay? So that's going to be your deadline to qualify for this. That might sound like a million miles away, but how fast has 2020 flown by? Can you guys believe we're in the second half of 2020 right now? Okay, so we're now talking spring 2021 is just around the corner. Either your business can completely transform or nothing can happen. It all depends on what you do with these months that we have together. So let me talk you through this. So we've got some brand new people on the call. I can see Novangwele is tuned in from South Africa. Welcome. Just joined the team. Everyone type in the chat, give her lots of love. She's just joined. We've also got Alyssa. I think she may have joined, but I can't see her name just right now. Welcome, Alyssa, if you've managed to tune in. And welcome, Patty, another new member. We've got so many new members on the call here tonight. Comment in the chat if you're new. Say hi to everybody so everyone can meet you. Okay, so like we said, to qualify is a two-step process. The first step is become a supervisor. So everyone make sure you've got that in your notes. Being a supervisor is a very important step in your business, okay? The reason why being a supervisor is very, very important is because, well, there's a few reasons why it's important. First reason is it gets you to the highest possible profit margin that you can be making selling these products. Okay, we can make 50% profit. Half of the money goes straight into your account every time you sell products when you're a supervisor. Okay, those of you who've just got started, you actually got a very generous 25% profit margin just for signing up, which compared to some other companies, for some companies, that's the big goal, to get 25% profit. So we start with 25% profit with Herbalife Nutrition, which is awesome. And we can grow it up to 50%. So obviously, any of you who are in business who want to make money, of course, you're going to want to be at that 50% profit margin so that when you help a client, you make more money from helping that client. Yeah. But then the list goes on with the benefits of being a supervisor, because when you're a supervisor and you have other people in your team, many of you already know that you make commission, and you make the maximum amount of commission when you're a supervisor on everyone who's in your team. So at the moment, I make, just from commission alone, I make anywhere from 660 to 1,000 pounds per month from stuff that new members in my team are doing when they're getting started. They make all the profit that they're entitled to with every single sale that they make. And then Herbalife pays me a commission when they do stuff. Okay? This is how we end up having these beautiful relationships with our team, how you're really invested in helping them to become successful. You can say to your new team members that you don't make money from them just signing up. You make money when you help them to put money in their pocket. That's why this is such a great business. Yeah. So, hang on, somebody else is trying to join the Cool. Okay, I haven't let them in now. Yeah, so being a supervisor allows you to make all of that commission. And then on top of the commission, you can make royalties. All right. So let's look at royalties for a second. Royalties has the potential to be your biggest income stream. When you look at people who are on the president's team, they're earning £20,000, 25,000 US dollars per month. Mainly, most of that is royalties and bonuses. The profit, the commissions, they're relatively small in the president's team members' check. The majority of that income is royalties and bonuses, okay? So you cannot make royalties and bonuses until what? Until you're a supervisor and you make royalties on people who are supervisors in your team, okay? So if you want to unlock the bigger income streams, the only thing you should be focused on is getting to supervisor, growing a team, and helping people in your team to get to supervisor. It's as simple as that. The more people in your team who become supervisors, obviously then more is going to build up each month in your royalty pot. You have one supervisor in your team doing a couple of thousand volume points a month, great, you're going to make royalties on that. If you have 80 supervisors in your team, all doing a couple of thousand volume points per month, you're going to make royalties on that, okay? So this is what's very exciting about Herbalife Nutrition. So as you can see, now let's look at how to qualify for the Success Team Retreat. We've now got a new team name, haven't we? It's actually Team 100%. That's our new name. So maybe I'll redesign this poster. Hang on, Danielle's trying to join the team. Sorry guys, for some reason I can't add people to the call unless I escape the full screen. There we go, we're back now. Okay, so now that we have in our mind that to get to president's team to earn the bigger income streams, it's all about building your collection of supervisors in your team. Now I'm sure you can all really appreciate why the following things here are the qualifications for the retreat. So check it out. The first level, so that you can just physically attend the retreat, you'll need to pay for flights, you'll need to cover your accommodation, but so that you can be there with us, all you need to do is, number one, become a supervisor yourself, and number two, have one person in your team who's also reached the supervisor level. So as you can see with that purple text, to become a supervisor, your business needs to do 4,000 volume points worth of turnover. You can do that single-handedly, or it's much easier to start building that team from day one. And you're leading by example. You get a few clients, right? Maybe you do 500 volume points worth of sales yourself. And then you build a team of multiple people. This person does 500 too. That person does 500 too, and so on. So then it all builds up. You add it all together, and your business, team included, has done a total of 4,000 volume points. Does that make sense? Everyone give me a wave if that's making sense. If it doesn't make sense, type in the chat. I mean, if you need anything repeated, just let us know. We all learn in different ways. Some of us are visual learners, audio learners. So do let us know if anything is not clear, okay? So you're going to attend when you have one supervisor in your team. So your business does 4,000, and you got one person in your team. They also do the same as you. Boom, you're with us in Greece. But how many of you would like to be able, can everyone mute? Let me just mute. How many of you would like to be able to have your more of your accommodation and your flights taken care of, right? So let's check it out now. When you are a supervisor and you have 3 supervisors in 3 separate branches of your team, you can attend and you get 1 night completely free accommodation. So that night you can be in your bed being like, I earned this, yeah? So what do I mean by 3 separate lines or branches of your team? Basically what this means is, this is just to prevent people from like piggybacking off one person in their team. You know, if you have one person in your team and they're really good, and they reach supervisor and they start building supervisors. That's lovely, but you're not playing your bigger part. So we want to make sure that everyone is leading from the front who qualifies. Does that make sense? That sounds fair, right? You qualify when you do the work. So in order to have 3 supervisors in 3 separate branches of your team, you're probably going to need to recruit maybe about 30 or 40 people to guarantee that 3 of them qualify as a supervisor. So make a note of that. Remember, we've got a 10-month period to do this. Any of these goals, you work backwards, you work it all the way back to what you're going to do tomorrow, what you're going to do this week, what you're going to do this month, and then you get there. So now let's look at qualification level 3, okay? So what do you get when you're at qualification level 3? You get, this is going to be a long weekend, guys, so you're going to get both nights of the accommodation for free, so you won't have to pay for any accommodation at all, and you don't have to pay for your flights either. So now we're looking at having not only an unforgettable holiday, but a free one as well, okay? So I'm obviously gonna be, this is the preference, okay? So let's look at how to get a completely free vacation. And by the way, can you imagine how cool it's gonna be when you tell your friends and family that you're going to Greece and that it's a completely all expenses paid trip? And they'll be like, how did you get that? And you can tell them, oh, it's this amazing company I work with, this amazing team I'm part of. You know, how many other people get free holidays like this with the company they work with? Okay, so how do you get everything paid for? All you need is 5 supervisors in your team. And as you can see, now it's getting a little bit easier, because those 5 supervisors, they don't have to be in 5 separate branches of your team. So long as they're in 3 branches of your team or more, you're still good. We're just making sure that we're preventing that, person who doesn't do much work at all, recruits 1 person. Like, we're just making sure everyone does their bit to start off with. But what can be very exciting in this business is you might have 3 supervisors on your first generation of your team. And then, like many of you have seen, when we draw out the family tree and we show what's possible. I really got to figure out how to be able to add people back to this thing without exiting full screen. If any of you guys have any ideas, do let me know. So yeah, many of you have already seen technology. I love it. I love it. Okay. Many of you will have seen that that tree that we draw out when we show you how to earn royalties, yeah? Where you maybe have 3 supervisors, and then each of them they grow their own teams, and they have 3 supervisors. So in your second generation of your team, you've actually got 9. It's like you have 3 kids and you have 9 grandchildren, yeah? And then you can only imagine how many great-grandchildren you have. So long as you're leading from the front and leading by example, you might have 3 supervisors on your first generation, and then underneath those people, you can have a couple more. So when you have a couple more, and this is really important, this is where you'll need to step up as a leader, guys, and work deep with your team. So when people join your team, mark this down in your notes. This is going to be a really important part to building a strong organization. Don't just work with the people who you've recruited. Work deep with the people who they recruit, and with the people that they recruit, and with the people that they recruit. Somebody said to me, work 6 levels deep. Okay? This ensures that the people who are in your first generation and people who are in your second generation, it ensures that they're going to be happy. Yeah? It ensures that they're going to be well taken care of. So, because you might have people in your first generation, they might not be super strong. They might not be super full-time. And you might have somebody underneath them or somebody underneath them, and they're 10 times more serious. Great. If you're working deep with your team, you can tap into those more serious people who maybe you haven't been building a relationship with because you think, oh, they're part of my team's team, so I don't need to work with them. You absolutely should. I mean, you don't need to, but for your own benefit, right? For your own guaranteed team growth, work deep with your teams. Okay. So as you can see, 5 supervisors in 3 separate lines, you get everything paid for. And then there is a 4th way to qualify, the ultimate VIP President's Team experience way of qualifying. For any of you guys who want to go all in, for any of you guys who see that there are 4 options and your brain is just like, I'm obviously going to go for number 4. I salute you. Love that. Okay. So if you want to qualify with bells and whistles on and bows and everything, the full luxurious package, then your business is going to look really, really good by May. Your business is going to look beautiful. Your bank account is going to look lovely. Okay. When you're at level 4, you can probably, you can quit your day job if that's something that's your goal. You'll be in a financially secure enough position with your Herbalife nutrition business to not necessarily need your job, or to just have double the income. Yay, you know, have your job and keep building your Herbalife nutrition business. Win-win. Okay. By the way, just spotted Emma on the call. Wow, you're looking fantastic. You look great. I just had to say it because I thought it. Okay. Right. So you distracted me, Emma. You just look so good. All right. So, so you guys can read it right here. I'm sure you're all taking notes while I'm talking or taking screenshots, but you can see here that to qualify for the ultimate experience, you have 10 supervisors. Again, all they need to be in is at least 3 separate branches of your team. So this way, the whole way that this retreat is designed is to help you to grow a team that is both wide and deep. Okay. So write these words down in your notes. Okay. You want your team to be wide and deep. So what that means is you're doing the work from the front. You're showing your team that you're recruiting new people in your business every month. And then also you're locking arms with your team. You're holding hands with them and you are helping them to build their teams. Okay. Now, one more thing to add here about being a leader is it's always like a game of tennis. Okay. Since we're all here together on this call, this is an important thing to share. As leaders, because you're all going to be leaders of your own teams, or many of you already are leaders, okay? My approach with my team is I play a game of tennis. So I hit a ball. Like I give you some value. I give you a first step to take. I give you something that you can do. Then when I see you do it, it's like you hit the ball back. Now the ball's back in my court. Great. We're cooperating. Now I'll hit another ball, help them with that next stage in their business. Then they do it, boom, they hit the ball back. What you don't want to be doing as a leader is hitting a ball over to their side. They do nothing. They don't hit it back. So you think, oh, okay, I'll throw in. And then you hit another ball over and another and another. And you've got this massive pile of balls over on their side of the court. And meanwhile, you're feeling worn out, drained. Your business hasn't grown. And you got no more balls in your court. And you get burnt out and you decide to quit. Okay? So your time is valuable. I probably spend 80% of my time with 20% of the team. Only because, you know, it's kind of how it works out. You got some people that are more communicative, more hungry to grow, asking more questions, stepping up and volunteering, you know, all of that stuff. And then you got people who I love just as much. Like it's not a preferential thing at all. But if people only want to dabble in Herbalife, great, let them dabble in it. If their goal is only to use the products and help their mom and sister, great. Don't try and force them to get on the president's team. Yeah. And that's the power of when you're recruiting more and more and more, then you won't, you know, be squeezing your members who don't want to be squeezed. You can let them blossom and grow at the speed that they want to blossom and grow. Because remember, Herbalife is just one part of their life. They've got other stuff going on. They got family, they got full-time job, they got other passions. Yeah. So let them grow at their pace. I've had some people in the team who were, you know, slow developers and like toe dippers and like interested and then silent and then interested and then silent and then they're interested, they tune into one call, and that call was like the call that got them thinking the timing's right for me, or maybe the timing is still not right for me, but hey, when is the timing ever going to be right? I'm ready to make a change. I'm ready to take control of my business and my future. Great. And because you've been keeping a really great relationship with these people in your team, then they want to come back and they know that they can say, okay, I'm ready now. Sorry it's taken me so long, you know? And some of the strongest people in the team now are examples of people who were kind of not very into it for like the full first year. And then now they're some of the leaders of the team. Okay. So this is just like tips on leadership, because everything that's going to be, this is all about how to qualify for Greece tonight, remember? Okay. And is all about being a great leader. And they say that leaders create leaders, right? So I don't want to create a bunch of, followers. I want to empower people to become independent. And so you got the stage of looking after them. And then everything in your mind as a leader is to also empower these people in your team that they're just as good as you, if not better, and that they can totally do it themselves. Yeah. So be there to support them every step of the way when they're nervous, when they're uncertain, when they don't know how to do it. But then the whole time, you might be the only person in their life who is, who has a vision for them that they're going to be successful. Give your team that vision. Let them know what you see in them. If you see that they could be really good at this, tell them. Don't hold back on the praise, on the compliments, on the empowerment. And then you have no idea how valuable your words could be for someone. Okay? So just for people who are maybe brand new, who are looking at this qualification right now, or people who might have their doubts, their self-doubt, we all sometimes need to work on like trusting ourselves more than anyone else. If you ever have trust issues with yourself, you don't trust yourself that you're going to do this, that you're capable of doing this. Okay, let's all take that little trust issue thing that you may or may not have, and let's just say goodbye to it right now. Just take away that. Okay, it's not helping. No, we don't like that. Okay, every single one of us is capable of qualifying for this. Every single one of you, you have the time, you have the resources, and you have the skills already to qualify for level 4 of this qualification. I know that. Anyone could qualify level 4. The good news is you can aim for level 4, and even if you only get 8 supervisors in your team. Oh, what a shame. That's still great, by the way. But even if you only get 8, hey, you qualify already and your business has grown loads. So, you can take your pick. I'm not going to pressure you to go for, the 4th one. But, I mean, hey, you may as well, right? And you got a safety net to fall back on, okay? So, how to get to supervisor is probably the next useful thing to talk about. Would you guys agree? Because this entire qualification is about how to get to supervisor you and how to get to supervisor your team. That's it. Don't you just love it when it's nice and simple? Do you guys ever sometimes feel like you maybe overcomplicate it in your minds? Because I know I do sometimes. My mind goes off here and I'm thinking about, oh, maybe I can start up this fiddly faddly and create this new flyer and talk about blah, blah, blah. And, let's keep it super simple. Let's focus on the volume points, the team growth, and qualifying for Greece. And it's all just about becoming a supervisor and getting supervisors in your team. So you guys know, in fact, what I'd like to do now, let's make it less of a sort of Lucy speech. Let's make it more of an interactive call. Okay. So, and if you are in a position to turn on your video, I always love to see your faces, always makes it easier to talk. But I understand some of us are on the road or breastfeeding, so it's all cool. But anyone who'd like to speak, just raise your hand, okay? Because I'd love to hear from anyone who has been grinding this week. Yeah, anyone who's been having conversations, anyone who's been, you know, getting people interested in the products, anyone who's been sending out how to register to join your team. Who have we got who's been doing some grinding this week? I mean, someone's been grinding, right? Dahlia, yes, me. Go on, Dahlia. Are you in a position to unmute and say hey?
Yes, hello everyone. So when we like changed the name to 100, I swear I'm like putting all my effort to this to this business. I was talking to, you know, Lucy, I was like blowing up with message to you. I was talking to 40 people a day. I was following a lot of people, and yeah, a lot of them are getting interested actually, which makes me happy. But a lot of them as well did not like when they know they want to pay this amount of money, they are not interested. But I'm not losing hope, and I'm working through my potential customers or the new members. So yeah, I'm very excited.
Fantastic. Brilliant, Dahlia. And you know, Dahlia messaged me straight after the call last week. You were right on it straight away. And you were asking, one of the greatest things about you, Dahlia, business-wise, is that you're always asking me, how can you improve? And you're always sending me examples of the conversations you're having with people, you know, sending me screenshots of what you're saying for feedback. And then I've been able to say, this is great, maybe change this bit or maybe add that.
I know, I ask a lot of the questions, I know that, but I want to grow. I want this like to the maximum, that's why.
Amazing, amazing. Well done, Dahlia. So, you know, and when it comes to the price issue, like this is really good to talk about and really good to share, because I'm sure like we all find that maybe there's different areas of the process of getting people to join your team. Some people find this bit hard, some people find that bit hard, you know, so it's great that you've clearly not had a problem with finding people to talk to, which is fantastic. Maybe if the only obstacle has been the money issue, then this is my greatest advice is all you need to adjust is helped people to see what a ridiculously good offer this is. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
To give the example of Dahlia, you've been talking to people in the UK, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, awesome. So we're looking at, to register in the UK is £42. Okay? Yeah. You can't go out for a meal for £42. You can't buy one pair of trainers for £42. Most women spend more on their makeup. Most guys spend more on beer. Sorry to stereotype. Just two examples there. Okay. But, you know, so when people are thinking about like, oh, I'm going out this weekend and I want to spend some money, then you say that you're going to need £42 from them. Their mind is not in the right place. They're focused more on this weekend than the rest of their lives. Or they're focused more on how they only have this much money compared to the opportunity to make so much more money. Yeah? So this is
so what do you suggest that we say instead? How can we attract them?
Great question. So if you're texting people, you know, I think I even have saved to my phone on my word board. My phone's not with me right now. An example of what I say, okay? Or if I'm usually, when I'm talking about how much it costs to register, oh, Danielle, you look so heavenly and summery. Love it. Yeah, usually when I'm talking to people, it's over video call.
I've actually got someone listening. I hope you don't mind. She just wants to know more. She said,
Hi.
I'm at my dad's.
I love it.
New customers. We're all listening in here.
Oh, I love it.
The
Working
party
from
stopped for
anywhere.
Herbalife meeting.
Love it, Danielle. Incredible. Nice to meet you guys. Okay, so what were we saying? Yes, how to talk to people about how it only costs £42. Well, let's just look at it, shall we, together? Okay. So, what do you get for £42? First of all, you get a business of your own. Okay. Most people, if they wanted to start a business, they'd have to invest £20,000, £40,000 to start up a regular old school corporate style business. Okay. £42. Not only do you get to start your own business, but let's again look at the advantages of this business. From day one, brand new business, you can say that you partner with the #1 nutrition brand in the world. You can say that you work with the best and biggest nutrition company in the world. What else can you say? That your business is operational in 95 countries. You know how much money it costs to be approved by 95 governments, how much legal work it took Herbalife in the background to become official in 95 different countries. So you, as a brand new business person, can sign up just like that, and instantly you can grow a team and you can get clients in any of those 95 countries. What else? You're instantly at a 25% profit margin. What else? All the training is provided. You know how much money people spend to become a personal trainer? £4,000, £8,000, or how much money people spend to go to university to get a business degree? £20,000, £40,000. Okay, all the train, like you guys, you're all tuned into a training right now, and we're talking about not just the general stuff, but now we're getting down to the nitty gritty, right? The little sentences, the what to say, the what not to say, to help you grow a team, to help you grow passive income, to, if you take action, could help you to retire early, to build up passive income streams. And some of you invested £42, or 560 something rand, or 94 US dollars, or in India, nothing apart from your FSSAI certificate. Yeah. And you've got access to business training, not to mention just being supported by like-minded entrepreneurs. Wouldn't you say that's priceless? Because business can be lonely sometimes. Businesses fail. The reason why most businesses fail is just because they lose steam, they lose momentum, because they haven't got a support system like this to help them to go, just keep going. One more day, one more day, one more person, drink another shake. You got this. If they can do it, you can do it. You know, all of this stuff. Can you even put a price on having a one-to-one mentor, on an entire team to support you, on access to the #1 nutrition products in the world? The list goes on. In some countries like the UK, so Dahlia, since you're talking to people in the UK, everyone in the UK, we get our own online store. Do you know how much it costs to try and create your own online store? I'm not just talking like a website with Wix or Squarespace or WordPress or whatever those sort of cheap websites are called. I'm talking about a fully functioning inventory website that is automatically connected to PayPal. So any customer of yours, you're not doing any like dodgy sales with, you know, cash checks, you know, stuff that people can't trust. Okay. You can present to them this professional looking online store where the payments are protected through PayPal. Oh, and then what else? Ooh, wouldn't it be nice? How much would it cost to get a website that is connected to the warehouse for international shipping? One of my team members, Rochelle, I don't think she's on the call tonight, but Rochelle was gobsmacked, which is English for really shocked or really amazed. I don't know if gobsmacked is slang, maybe. She was gobsmacked that it means, that's what gobsmacked is, like that. It means that Yeah, so basically she'd worked for this other company, she tried to run this other business, and she had to manually do, no, that's right, she had to order an entire box, even if she just wanted to sell one of the product. She had to buy in bulk if she had a customer who just wants one. Whereas you guys know, none of us have to buy in bulk. None of us have to have boxes of stock that we're worried, or will we be able to sell it? Nothing like that. Somebody orders from your website, bing, you get the money, the products go to them, all done. Okay, so when you're talking to people in the UK, in Australia, in the USA, in Spain, in France, let me know if there's any other countries that you guys know. Type it in the chat where you have the fully functioning Go Herbalife website. And then other countries have a like slightly less fully functioning Go Herbalife website. Okay, so I hope that just by me sharing that with all of you, it eradicates any doubt in your mind that £42 or whatever the equivalent registration fee is in those countries, it is the best deal out there. Oh, sorry, what did I forget to mention? That people can make that money in day one of their business. So Patty, I don't know where Patty is. Maybe she's on the call with her name as iPhone. Hi, Patty, wherever you are. Patty made her first sale within 24 hours of registering. Big clap for Patty. Well done, Patty. She tuned into a call straight away. She took action. She just kept it super simple. She started chatting to people, letting them know that she's excited. She started a brand new business. She's super proud to be partnering with the biggest nutrition brand in the world. So from now on, if they're looking to improve their health, if they're looking for some super high quality supplements, that they can come to her, and she'd really appreciate the support with her brand new business, right? Not hard to say. And she made money in her first day. So she invested $94 to sign up in the US. I don't know how much profit she made, but it would have been a chunk of that $94 made back in the first 24 hours of her business. So if you've got any people who are like, ooh, I don't know if I have the money, like some people just are looking for a way to say no and be able to pick up on that. Be able to pick up on if somebody just doesn't want to do this business. Some people don't feel confident to just say the word no or no thank you. And as a person in business, it would save you a lot of time if people just could say no thanks. But sometimes people package the no into a way, they're trying to be kind, they're trying to be nice, they don't want to hurt your feelings, but they'll say it in this way like, oh, well, I'm really busy right now, or I have to wait until payday, and then payday comes and payday goes, and there's another reason, yeah? So sometimes after a while, you need to be able to go, maybe they just are trying to say no, yeah? But apart from those people, often all you need to do is help them to see the value, put it into perspective. And that is why very few people who I speak to have a problem with the registration fee, because I've set it up the right way. Before I drop the bomb of how much it's going to cost, I say to them, okay, so to get started, it's super simple. In your country, it's an online registration process, and it's a nice, simple registration form. At the end, there's going to be a fee for you to get started, just a one-time fee. So in their head, they're going, oh my God, how much is it going to be? Is it going to be $2,000? Oh my God, what's this fee? What's this fee? I said, this fee is going to cover absolutely everything that you need to start the business. They're going, oh my God, is it going to be like $10,000 to start this business? So you're going to get, in a few days after registering, you're going to receive a box delivered to your door. You've got a business in a box. So when you open that box, it's going to feel like Christmas. You're getting them excited. Oh, and you're going to get one full tub of the Formula One nutrition shake. That's our most popular best-selling product, which people who want to lose weight, gain weight, or maintain weight, they're all going to benefit from this product. So it's perfect for you to have experience with that product first. Then you've also got branded merchandise so that you can be showing people on your social media what you're doing, so that when you go to the gym or go to work, people can see and go, oh, wow, what's this that you're doing, right? And you get all the business manuals, everything you need included in that box. Oh, and you get an online store, right? So people are thinking there's a fee, and there's all of this stuff I'm getting. Oh my goodness, how much is it going to cost to start this business? Then you tell them that it's 42 pounds. My favorite part is when a massive smile goes on their face, the smile of relief. Yeah, that's the goal. You want to get the smile of relief, then you know you perspectived it properly. You put it into the perfect perspective. If they're laughing or they're smiling with relief because you've helped them to see that it's so much more valuable than 42 pounds or the equivalent. Yeah. So I'm really glad that you brought that up, Dalia, because I think it's an obstacle for a lot of people sometimes. And if you have no business experience, asking for any money can seem scary. Yeah. Here's another thing to remember. Do not judge if they can afford it or not. Okay? There will be someone living in the poorest part of the world looking for an opportunity to change their life. And even if they don't have the money, when they know how valuable this opportunity could be for them, they will do whatever it takes to make that money. They'll sell shoes, they'll sell the clothes that they no longer wear, old CDs, old DVDs, get a little bit of money from friends, family, whatever they can do, they will make it happen. You might have somebody who has 100 times more money in their account than the registration fee, but if they don't see the value of it, they still won't register. They still won't part with that money, that tiny registration fee to get started. You know what I mean? So never prejudge anybody. Often the people in the toughest situations are most willing to do whatever it takes. But then you also have people from, who are very financially comfortable. Don't disregard them either, because they might have a really good money mindset and they're always looking for more income streams. Yeah. So this leads me on to another great point, which is the real fun task is to recruit people who are even better than you at this business. That's the goal. Okay. That can be scary when you're talking to someone who like intimidates you because you think that they're more intelligent or have a bigger following than you or more money than you or whatever. But remember, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Remove yourself from the situation. Remove those thoughts of, oh, I'm not experienced enough at this business, so I'm not ready to talk to that person who could be fantastic at this. It's not about you. It's about connecting that person to an opportunity that could give them so much and that they could be really great at. You just be the messenger. Talk about the people that you work with. If you feel like your story isn't, inspiring enough or impressive enough or whatever doubts you may have in your mind. Equally, when it comes to getting clients, don't prevent people from getting these products just because you're maybe insecure about where you're at in your health journey. We all have those thoughts, oh, maybe they won't be interested because I don't have abs, or maybe because I haven't, lost all this weight. You're on your journey. You're using the products every day. You've got results so far, and that's beautiful. Someone might be in a better shape than you, like on paper, but if they need help with their nutrition, they could be a professional athlete, and these products could help them from being in the second team to the first team. Yeah, just be the messenger. Just connect the person who wants to become a pro athlete to the #1 nutrition brand in the world that's used by Cristiano Ronaldo and Virat Kohli and all of the other professional athletes. So if you can take yourself away from the mission, take the personal stuff away from the mission. It's just business. Yeah, that would be my other empowering thing to say. So who else we've got here? And I'm reading the chat now. Well done, Charlotte. I know you're feeling a bit under the weather today. Get well soon, but I know you've been grinding. Sunita, yes, Team India. Before you guys go to sleep, because I know it's late there. Sunita, are you still on the call? Actually, maybe she's not. I can't see her name. Anyway, big shout out to Team India. Shout out to Akansha. Shout out. Oh no, I can see you on here, Sunita. Maybe you're not available to talk because I know it's very late there. Anyway, thank you, Sunita. Thank you for Akansha. You guys are stepping up as leaders. Anyone who's based anywhere in the world who's looking to recruit people in India, we've got a really solid Team India going on. We've got a second WhatsApp group chat. Okay, so if you recruit one person and you got one person in your team who's from India, you can also add them to the WhatsApp group, because then they'll see, oh, I'm not the only person from India in this bigger team. There's actually like 25 people in that WhatsApp group now. Okay, and in India, there's a few different rules of like how to register. So if you're not fully confident in the registration process in India, we've got these amazing leaders who are selfless. They're working cross-line. So what that means is they're not just helping people who are going to make them money. They think bigger than that. They think more generously than that. And they're working with like their cousins in the family tree, not just their kids, you know? So well done, guys. Do we have anyone else who wants to share some of the effort they've been putting in, some of the work they've been doing? Or maybe you've been putting in some work this month and haven't seen results yet. Maybe we can help you. Emma, you look like you want to say something. Go on, girl.
Oh, yeah, go on then. No,
well done.
I've been doing lots of messaging, lots of booking in people for chats, and I feel a bit like it's just not quite coming. I know it's going to get there, but it's frustrating, isn't it, when you've first started, and like you've said before, you see everyone else doing all this stuff, getting people on, and then you're putting in all this work and no one seems to be taking that final step, and it is a little bit frustrating, but I know it will get there. I'm sure it will get there, but yeah. that's where I'm like,
I know Well done. Thank you for sharing that, because probably everyone can relate. Okay. Because, you know, yeah, as inspiring as it is when you see someone else is welcoming someone to the team chat, you know, what you can't see with that welcome post is all of the people who said no, and all of the people they spoke to, and maybe how long you've been talking to that one person for, and all of this. So Charlotte's saying, yes, Emma, keep going. Trust is going to come. Yeah. You know, I know how hard it is, especially in the early stages. You know, this is good, but this is hoping.
yeah,
Don't do this. Believe. No.
it's gonna happen. I know it will happen.
Yeah. It's not a matter of exactly. And honest, this is thank you everyone. Thank you, Daria. Thank you, Emma, for being like courageous enough to share a bit of vulnerability and be like, this is what I've been doing. I'm really proud of my work, but can you help me with this thing? Because I know that everyone's going to be relating to this. We've all been through this. Okay. First thing I would say is overestimate the number of people you're going to need to talk to get team. Overestimate it. That way you can only be pleasantly surprised. Okay. Like you've heard it before with every business on the planet, it's always a numbers game. If you think about the number of people that walk into the Apple store and don't buy anything, right? They have a look, they press some buttons, they play games on the phone, then they walk out. Yeah. And Apple doesn't get frustrated or worried or crossing their fingers that maybe someone's eventually going to buy. They understand that there's always going to be just a percentage of people who actually pay for the product or actually join your team. Yeah. So this is thing number one. Every business, big to small, there's always a numbers game, and always only a percentage will get started. Second thing is with the work that you're doing consistently at the moment. So your main methods, Emma, is you're running the adverts for recruitment. Is that right?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Brilliant. So a big advantage of the adverts is that you're not having to manually reach out to a lot of people. So that's saving you a job, which is nice. So the only people you have to speak to are people who are saying, hi, I'm interested. Yeah. Then, you know, naturally, when you tell them what it's about, I mean, there's people looking for all different kinds of things. Like you think about when you search for a job, right? How many jobs do you look at and you're like, no, that's not for me. No, that's not really what I'm interested in. Yeah. So of course you're going to get a bunch who will hear more about what you're doing. And it doesn't mean that what you're doing is wrong or bad or not good enough. It just means it's not the right fit for them. No problem. Okay. And as the less like pressure we put on ourselves and worrying, like then we can just understand it's a numbers game. So yeah, so the next thing to focus on, I had a great one-to-one with Kenya recently, okay? She was talking about the people who've become customers, and then she had like 5 other people who've said they're interested, but they haven't bought yet. I said, great. Those 5 people that say that they're interested and haven't bought yet, they are the first 5 people to go on your prospects list, okay? Your list of people who are interested but haven't done anything yet. The goal is to grow that like hot prospects, people who genuinely say they want to do this. Build that list up to 100 people. That's goal number 1. Then keep growing that list. You want to be able to look at the list and see you've got 500 names of people who say that they're interested. A percentage of those people, the timing will be right. The timing will be right. Today will be the right day. Now they're ready to get started. Now's a good time. Yeah. So like the seeds, honestly, the beginning, because you haven't got a backlog, this is fresh, right? But in 3 months from now, even though you're just going to be doing maybe the same level of action, you've got this backlog, 90 days worth of people who you've built a relationship with. They've learned more about what you're doing. They're really interested, but the time wasn't right for them. This is a business people are starting up, or it's a new healthy lifestyle that people are starting up. So as much as we want to just talk to them and they sign up now, and some do, there's always going to be that group of people that aren't ready just yet.
Yeah. And
when you're okay with that, and you know that that's the same for everyone, yeah. Some people get lucky; they have a few friendly family members who jump on board straight away, or some people they've got like new member energy, and they like get all of these clients in their first week, and everyone else is like, but can they sustain that? Are they able to repeat that process for months and years all the way to president's team? Some yes, some no. So I sound like I'm about to talk about like the tortoise and the hare, slow and steady wins the race. But, you know, I mean, slow and steady or fast and steady, but always steady, always consistent. Repeating the process over time. I mean, hey, none of us can expect to get to president's team by just, you know, not being consistent and not doing this for a prolonged period of time. Yeah. So, and I know I'm saying stuff that you already know, but isn't it nice sometimes just to hear it and be like, oh yeah, that's
Definitely.
true. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that does actually make sense. But our minds, they get in the way, and our brain can sometimes be telling us, but I spoke to 3 people, or I spoke to 150 people, and I'm not there yet. It's okay. It's all good. So as I said, next goal is to build that warm list of prospects up to 100 people. Then one of your things that you can do every week or every couple of weeks is to go through that list again. Just check in with them. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them what they're up to. Ask them if, you know, tell them that we're just about to train a whole new generation of our team. and you didn't want them to miss out on that opportunity, is now a good time for them to get started? Are they ready to take advantage of this now? Like, the people who are dropping into your team may be people that you spoke to 2 months ago.
Yeah. Do you know what? I can already think of people to put on my prospects list
Great.
that I've had conversations with.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you.
So that's what's really exciting. It's quite exciting to know the big numbers you're doing. It's even more exciting when you can see this, who's in the pot, who's bubbling. Yeah. Yeah. So when you, and then this is where it's really great. As soon as I started doing that, I was like, okay, I realized that to recruit about 5 people a month, everyone's numbers differ, but for me, to recruit 5 people a month, over that month, I had to build up a list of 50 people who said that they were interested, said that they want to do this, said, send me the link, said, yeah, let's join. Your numbers may be better than that, or your numbers may be bigger than that. But once you know what your numbers are, doesn't matter what your numbers are. Some people, maybe out of 10 people, 5 sign up. Some people, 55. Some people, 100 people, 5 sign up. Doesn't matter. Like Jim Rohn says, he might have the worst statistics, right? He might have no skills, no experience. You know, maybe you're brand new and you haven't got some big inspiring story of how you've made 6 figures yet. So yeah, maybe you'll have to talk to more people to get them started than when you're on president's team and like people just see your house and they're like, what do you do? You know, then they're probably going to spend £42 to sign up, you know, or they see you in your car and they're like, just whatever it is, don't even care if it's legal, I'm going to do it, you know? But in the meantime, it maybe takes talking to a few more people, right? So once you know that you need a list of this much to recruit this much, then there's no more mystery. Then you're completely in control of your business, because then you can just repeat that process. And you can build a bigger team than someone who's maybe better at you than signing people up. You could still beat them on numbers with just, you know, more action, basically. So you're rocking it, Emma. This is the early stages. You have been running your advert, and it's a little bit, I know it's a bit frustrating when people don't answer your calls as well. Like, I know you've set up some video calls and they've stood you up. We all get stand-uppers. Yeah. When my fiance works from home, he's in sales, right? And so he works for a big company and he sells for them. And so we're working from home together, and one of us or the other of us will say, oh, I've just got a call, right? Yeah. Sometimes we go to the other room, we do our call, we come back, how was the call? But many times he'll either come back from his corporate job, or I'll come back and we both say, they stood me up. And we have this thing that we say to each other, whoever got stood up, the other one says, it happens to the best of us. Yeah, that's the thing that we say. And then we're over it, just like that. So remember, next time you get stood up, remember me saying, it happens to the best of us, okay? I get stood up all the time. Yeah, it's just part of the process.
Yeah.
Well done. This is so good. These conversations are so important to have. These are the things that like can make or break you when you're in your early stages of the business. And when you know that this just happens to everyone and you don't take it personally, and it's not because you're not good enough, it's just because people are people. Let it fascinate you. I had a great conversation with Nyota today about that. Like Jim Rohn, once again, talks about, he talks about if you were at college or at university and there was a class about why the sun comes up and then it goes down and then it goes up and then it goes down, or why spring always follows winter and then after spring summer always comes and then winter, like, you know, he wouldn't bother taking that class because it's just the way that it is, right? But why does autumn come after summer? Like, don't worry about it. It's just the way that it is. So like, there's some things worth trying to figure out. And then there's other things like why people stand you up sometimes, why people say they're going to sign up and then evaporate, why some people do sign up and then do nothing. Like, I wouldn't take a class to try and figure that out. Just let it be that way. That's the way, some of the rules of how this planet Earth works and how people are. Then you like, it doesn't faze you. Then you can move on and you can pour more love into more people and help more people, and you don't get drained. It's not even about having a thick skin. It's just about like understanding that it's nothing personal.
Absolutely.
You're fantastic, Emma. You're gonna do it. No need to cross your fingers, okay?
I will stop crossing my fingers.
Yeah.
Stop crossing my fingers.
It's gonna happen. It's inevitable. You're a grafter. You're a
will.
hard worker. You've achieved things that are harder to achieve than what you're doing right now. Okay?
That's very true.
Yeah. So if you can overcome that stuff, if you can get through that stuff and grow stronger through it, this is a walk in the park. Just wake up the next day, do this, answer. You've nailed the process of how to talk to people now, because it's a very simple process. You send them a video, you set up a call, you send them a little voice note to make it more personal. Bish, bash, bosh. That's it.
Balls in their court.
Yeah. Balls in their court. Beautiful. So that's it. Get your prospect lists clear so that you really know how many.
I will do that.
Yeah. Amazing.
Definitely.
Well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so before we wrap up, does anybody else, appreciate we've got some brand new members like Nobonwele. Some of this may be like, we're going deep into business stuff here. Don't worry. Like I said in my voice note, we'll jump on a one-to-one soon, and I can help you with those very first steps. And also, we have a call dedicated to new members on Wednesday. Okay, so Wednesday, it's 7 p.m. UK time, 8 p.m. South Africa time. And that is all about those first few steps, understanding the products, how to get your first clients and your first team members. So that's a great call for new members. And tomorrow is our weekly English language opportunity meeting. So anyone you know who understands English in any of our 95 countries that we do business, get them to tune into the opportunity call. It's where we explain how this business works and share some super inspiring real life stories. So it makes your job, again, much easier. You don't have to be like, oh, but I don't know how to explain the whole business. You don't have to. Believe me. Like, we have some superstars in our team. Love them so much. They probably still couldn't explain how the business works, but they got a big team and they got lots of clients. So that's the important thing, right? So leverage, like plug in to the calls and let the calls do the work for you. Okay, amazing. Any final shares, any burning questions or things you want to like share with the team before we go? Now's your time. We're a friendly bunch here. Cool. Oh, hi, Mum.
Hello. So I just wanted to say something before we all say goodbye. It's been a great call, very inspiring. But I was reminded actually of, when we're talking about how, this is inevitable to do Herbalife and to get customers and to get new members. It's just a case of just doing the work, doing the daily grind. And when I just think back to when I was a teacher many, many years ago, it was hard work. I had to get in and I had to do the stuff that I had to do with like 35 children in the classroom from early in the morning till, well, they went home at 3:30, but that wasn't the end of the day for me. I had to carry on, making worksheets and marking papers and, life as a teacher was not simple and it wasn't paid very well either. So when I decided I would take the leap out of the world of teaching and go into a job in the world of finance, I didn't realize I was going from the frying pan to the fire. But there I was having to get myself dressed up nicely in a suit, travel up to London every day, go into an office where this man who was a little bit like a really, really strict teacher with a kind of, he always had a cane, I think it was like a riding crop. And he'd be walking around the room and be saying, come on, make those calls, get those appointments in. And we'll go, oh yeah. And if you put, and you know, if you put the phone down, he'd be saying, come on, you know, you should be on the phone. And it was like, boom, 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 pushing us. So we were having to be pushed to make appointments. I was spending all my nights prospecting so that I could go into the office and start making those calls. I'm sure Jamie was a little bit like that when he started his job. And, you know, and it was hard work. I mean, that was really hard work. Not to mention that I might have been talking to 20, 30, 40 people to try and make one appointment to go out to see them. It wasn't an online appointment where someone can stand you up. I'd be traveling across like 2 hours dressed in my nice suit on the London Underground without a sat nav or a mobile phone, because you just had to, this was 30 years ago, to turn up at someone's house and they wouldn't be there, or they'd say, oh no, I'm busy, I can't see you today. So let's look at what was hard work, right? But one of the blessings about being with this company was somebody that I met in that company, who was one of the clients who didn't want to buy these policies that I was trying to sell, introduced me to the Herbalife opportunity. And with the background that I had, where I had been slogging away every day to try and get some clients to actually speak to, when I went to the Herbalife world of work, I just thought, I can't believe how easy this is, because I'm actually talking to people about helping them to get healthier and helping them to get wealthier. And I felt good about what I was talking to people about. I was sharing something that was really, really good, because in my previous job that I've just been describing, financial consultant is all about, let's take out an insurance policy in case you die. How much money are you going to leave your children in this world when you go? And people were always focusing on this negative thing of a life insurance policy that I was trying to sell them. Now it's a different kind of life insurance, Herbalife policy, where every single day they don't have to worry about, oh, in case I die, what's going to happen to my family? In fact, they're thinking about how long they're going to live, how healthy they're going to be, how much they're going to enjoy every single day with their children. And you know something? It's completely different, not only in the heart of what we're selling to people, but also, trust me, Herbalife is a company that does everything to support you. Unlike what it was like in the financial world, unlike what it was like to be a teacher. I can honestly say for 33 years, Herbalife has never let me down with my commissions and my royalties. They've never let me down with products. They have supplied better than anything that we could possibly wish for. And it's all done because they want us to have the best possible experience in the business, to be able to give the best to our customers and clients. Now, I'm going to say, let's choose. You want a job? You want to do Herbalife? I'm telling you, Herbalife wins anyway on the heart side of things and the product side of things. But it's actually so much easier to sell something to someone and they call you up and they say, thank you so much. I can't believe how you've changed my life. I mean, that, even if Herbalife didn't pay us, is one of the most gratifying kinds of works to be involved in. So I just wanted to give a little bit of background when somebody thinks this could be hard. Well, everything in life is sort of hard, but choose your hard. You get to choose a hard that really makes a difference to yourself and to others, in a company that really has your best interest at heart. So trust the process, stay in the game. I wouldn't be here after 33 years if it wasn't a great place to be. But also, don't forget, if I've been here for 33 years, I've definitely had more people say, no, I'll think about it. Well, they don't say no, as Lucy quite rightly said. People really find it hard to say no thanks. And that's all our job is. Like, try and, it's like interpreting. It's like being a translator or interpreter. try to work out, oh, I think that means no. But I think this one can go on my prospect list, but I think that one's a time waster. Sort those out and treat everybody equal, treat everybody fair, and just give them the opportunity, and then it's up to them to make their decision, because it's their life. And you can say, okay, I've done my best for them. I've offered them a way of improving their health and improving their financial future forever. But if they can't see it right now, that's okay. I've done my job to help them. And you can rest easy at night and just go on to the next 10, 20, 30 prospects. That's all we do. It's super simple. The only thing you have to deal with is what goes on in your head when somebody says something that may not go along with what you'd like them to say. We learn so much in this business about personal development and mindset that, you know, I've grown into a far more positive person. As well as a healthy person, I've grown into a positive person. And I, you know, bless them. I do feel sorry for some people who just don't get it. But, you know, I do believe that we'll get them all in the end. And this COVID thing's like just really accelerated people's belief in the fact that they need their health and they need to find a way to make money easily, quickly, online, from home, because the world ain't going to be what it used to be. And we've got it. And Herbalife has always been there. Every time there's been some sort of problem, Herbalife has saved the day. You're in the right place, definitely.
This is what Nyota sent me today.
All
you
right.
need the nose to build the energetic and emotional body that can hold the yes. Most people try to avoid hearing or experiencing no because they view it as rejection. But the wealthy in mind, body, and soul view it as direction. Every no points to and reveals your yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nyota. Awesome. Beautiful, guys. So on those days when you're feeling like, should I keep going? Just remember Greece. Just remember, just picture it. Get that vision clear. Picture what you're going to feel like when you board the plane, potentially the free flight that you qualified for, depending on which qualification you get, right? Picture and feel how you're going to feel when touchdown on the tarmac, yeah? And when you finally see us all and we're actually united, you know, face to face, physically, where we can hug and everything like that, okay? Knowing that it's not just any holiday, it's a holiday that you earned. It's a holiday where you became a whole new level version of you. It's going to mean so much. And to answer the question of how did I get my first team member, I think my first proper team member was Seb, who's no longer in the business. People quit on all of us. It's all good. But there's some incredible people that Seb left in the team before he quit. So I work deep with people who are in Seb's team. Yeah. All of the things I shared today. Anyway, Seb came through. I posted on my Facebook about our 30-day challenge, and he was the only person that replied to that post. I got one person interested in the 30-day challenge when I posted a picture of it, and he became a client first. He was a really good client. He was consistent. He lost about 3 stone, and then he wanted to maintain his results. So he asked me if there was a way to maintain it. I said, great. Instead of having 2 shakes a day, just have 1 shake a day, 2 healthy meals, 2 healthy snacks. And if you want, if you're a long-term product user, I could help you become a VIP member. You can basically sign up. It costs £42 and you get 25% discount for life. He saw that that was a good deal. He saw that he could save money on his products. And I said, oh, and by the way, no pressure either way. There is a business opportunity attached to this as well. So if you want to, if you know anyone, you could actually sell these products and make 4 different income streams. Some of them are passive income. Can't say the wrong thing to the right person, because he was like, I'm always up for an opportunity to make money. Sounds good. I'll get registered. Yeah. And even though he's no longer with us, I have no resentment in my heart. He did so many amazing things for our team and introduced me to Habon, introduced me to Bree. Who else? Those are the main key players who are still with us in the team now, you know? So everything happens the perfect way, the way it's meant to happen. And that's how I got my first proper team member. So everything works. Just remember this. Everything works when you work. Nothing works when you don't work. Like, you could follow the same method that someone who hit president's team followed. And if you don't do it, though, for long enough, you won't get the same results. So working works. That's the best strategy. That's the best method. Working works. Amazing. Emma, you've raised your hand, your virtual hand. Do you wish to say something, or is it a click of a button?
Oh, I didn't realise I'd raised my hand. I was just typing something in the chat.
Oh, awesome.
So
Okay.
I was literally just saying what I have started doing is thinking about it. I have actually started, to those that say no to me, and there have been a few, I have started saying thank you to them and thanking them for their time talking to me, because I'm thinking, well, you never know. And I'd just say thank you for taking the time to talk to me. If ever you're interested in the future, come back to me. So I'm hoping that by doing that, that's kind of planted a seed somewhere.
It plants a seed, and what it also does is it gives Herbalife Nutrition an amazing reputation. And that is priceless. If each and every one of us can be an upstanding citizen and be kind to the people who say yes and the people who say no, it comes back around. So that one day you're talking to someone, they go, oh yeah, I remember Herbalife from years ago. Yeah, really lovely person, really supportive, and they totally understood that the timing wasn't right for me. Like, that's what we want to create, and that comes from each and every one of us doing the right thing. So it all comes back around. Energy has a way of coming back around. So really, that's perfect. Perfect. Awesome.
Well done, Emma.
Well done.
I don't know how to take my hand down, though.
I think I can lower your hand.
Oh, done it. Bounce it.
You got it.
Lowered.
Great, guys. Well done for tuning in. Make this call that we've spent together, make it worth it, yeah? This hour and a half that we've had together will either be a waste of your time or kind of motivated you a little bit, or it sets the wheels in motion. You've just filled up your tank of your car engine for the rest of the week. You got gas to run on now, okay? You got this. Have an amazing week. It's all a numbers game. Enjoy. See you in Greece. Bye, everyone.